My God, I hate drugs.
The Foreign Affairs Department sends its condolences to the families of 2 overseas Filipino workers who were killed in a fire in Saudi Arabia. Authorities identified the victims as Jesse Alata Pacetes and Reynaldo Baroga Castro. They died in a fire suspected to have been caused by faulty electrical wiring. The 2 victims were heavy equipment operators at a construction company. They were working on a road project in the city of Najran. Foreign Affairs Secretary Alan Peter Cayetano says his office is working on the return of their remains. An Australian archbishop has been found guilty of concealing child sex abuse by a priest. Archbishop Philip Wilson is facing up to 2 years in prison. Wilson was found guilty of covering up sexual abuse by the late James Fletcher. Fletcher was found guilty of child sexual abuse in 2004 and died in prison in 2006. Wilson has maintained his innocence through the judicial process. His lawyers argued that he knew nothing about Fletcher's abuse. In a statement, Wilson says he'll consult with his lawyer to decide his next steps. The Vatican had no comment on the case. The House of Representatives is holding a contest for students to suggest laws for the country. So we ask you, if you can propose a national law, what would it be? Netizen Mark Ferdinand says improve the minimum qualifications for elected national positions. This Facebook user wants an attendance policy for the Senate and House of Representatives. He says, quote, no show, no pay, as well as deduction in their funds. This one focuses on defense. He wants a 2-year mandatory military training for those between 21 and 32 years old. While this Twitter user wants stiffer penalties for traffic violators, Joaquin Ong suggests higher fines, quote, like 10 times the current amount. And lastly, Bea Sakdalan on Twitter says she doesn't have any national law in mind, but she thinks the government needs to strengthen the law on national minorities, particularly in protecting their ancestral lands. Join the conversation by visiting our website at cnnphilippines.com or by following us on social media at CNN Philippines. We'd love to hear from you.
I like this. House of Representatives having contests for students.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, but if you base it on what the netizens are saying, it's basically, just do your job. Show up or follow the rules. And, I don't think we should have a law for us to actually just do our job, right?
That's true. It's true.
Well, I think just, have it coming up, or it's an ideal world out there to have everything go according as like to plan, but you say, nah, you just have to do your thing. You don't need laws to do it, but if it takes a law for us to do it, then why not?
We need a law.
Well, some are wondering.
Yes.
I gotta whisper in my ear.
Okay,
You had to think of a law.
That is why I am not in the Senate.
What would it be?
What would it be to take care of the entire country? I mean, you have to think about everybody in the country that could benefit them.
Just top of mind, I would probably piggyback on what Mark Ferdinand said. Sabi niya kasi to improve the minimum qualifications for elected national positions. So I just piggyback and add lang na and say probably you should be, have an experience with a certain political, I don't know, like government position.
How about you, Miss Claire St. John?
Throwing the question back at me. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree on that. That's something that we could add on, definitely. So the quality of the candidates, the credentials also of those people who run for office should be looked into.
Yeah.
All right, we bring you more news. Here's the business report.
The Finance Department says the tax reform law should not be blamed for the higher prices of basic goods. The department says other factors are behind the spike in commodity prices. These include the peso depreciation and rising oil prices in the international market. The Finance Department
accounts only for 2.8 pesos for diesel and 3 pesos for gasoline. So the bigger part is really non-train. It's because the exchange rate depreciated. It's because the Dubai crude went from 60 before the implementation to 77 as of yesterday. So people are spending, and when you increase demand, prices increase because that's how the business reacts. We believe it is transitory because, there will be initial reaction, then people adjust by law of supply and demand.
The Finance Department says prices of basic goods may become stable in the coming months. This as supply adjusts to the rise in demand. Now, the Bangko Sentral expects a modest increase in daily minimum wages this year despite fresh petitions for pay hikes. The Monetary Authority estimates an 18 to 20 peso increase to be approved by regional wage boards. New petitions submitted by labor groups cite the impact of the tax reform law, which they say has eroded the purchasing power of workers. BSP officials say they are also watching out for second-round effects of the tax reform law on overall inflation.
Tech news now. You can now hide some of the annoying accounts that show up on your Instagram feed. Instagram is rolling out a new mute feature. It lets you block out certain users without having to cut ties and unfollow them completely. The feature will roll out as a temporary test in the next couple of weeks. Instagram's parent company Facebook has had a successful mute option for a while, as well as a snooze feature that mutes posts for 30 days. I see on your phone.
Work again? I just have to mute you. Okay, go.
A Japanese company now is offering an iPhone case that makes you work out while you carry it. Telecom giant SoftBank announced the 22-pound dumbbell case for the iPhone X. The phone accessory actually has a dumbbell permanently attached to it. The case is being billed as the world's heaviest case for the iPhone.
I need that.
Would that help it from being stolen? I mean,
well, it's
now you can work out and check your phone at the same time.
It's for sale now on SoftBank's website for about $100. You just have to carry it the whole time.
Yeah? Okay.
2 in 1. Dual purpose.
I don't know about that.
This is New Day on CNN Philippines. We're having over live Leaf artist Yel Cast. He dedicated some of his paintings to helping children affected by the Marawi siege. We also take a look at Citizen Jake as it finally makes its nationwide run today. Take a look at your screens now. There's some of the stories on our website. Check out cnnphilippines.com. New Day will be right back.
And then, if I need to go to the grocery,
So it's a dumbbell. It's a case
dumbbell
So
with
it's
a
heavy.
case,
Imagine
yeah.
your phone is heavy.
Yeah.
Diba? So ginaganon. So text ako lang ako while you're carrying.
Or let's say you're watching, I don't know, a YouTube something.
really?
And you're
Hello? Hi, where are you going? Andre? Hello?
Naka-speaker.
Kailan nangangawit na ako. Hello?
Maybe for gym buffs. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. It'd be a nice way that my kids will never steal my phone.
Si Jaime, bigat na
That's
bigat.
right.
Mama, your
Pick
phone
up
is
your
so
phone.
heavy.
But I can put it in my bag. How will that be?
That's the same thing, yeah.
Ayun. Sa MRT.
Ilalagay yun.
Oh
Hindi,
my gosh.
nakaka-workout ka habang nasa
kung
MRT.
naka-formal gown ka, parang, how would I do my phone?
Paano pag nasa bathroom ka?
No, but it's just a case, right? It's not like you're a dumbbell,
You
right?
can take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take it out.
But the case is not in the shape of a dumbbell, right?
It has dumbbells in the case.
Yeah.
The case has the...
Like that guy, that picture?
Yes.
How much is it?
$100. $100.
Okay.
Claire, when you go
Give
to
me
the-
that on my birthday.
And it's a heavy dumbbell. That's like 22 pounds.
Yeah, it's not even like a
that's
2 or
heavy.
3
It's
pounds.
heavy. It's not even 5 or 10 pounds.
It's a heavy, yes, it's got
Di
it.
ba you were saying, parang you were like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
ilang pounds ka? 2.5?
How many pounds again?
22.
22. I can,
Switch na?
That's like 2 hands. Good morning and welcome back. I'm Claire Saldran. Our top stories: Duterte or President Duterte has yet to sign the order lifting the total ban on sending Filipino workers to Kuwait. Last week, Malacanang announced the restriction was recalled. Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello confirmed this move, but in his speech Tuesday at the Philippine Navy's 120th anniversary celebration, the president said he has yet to agree to lift the ban. Although he is pleased that Kuwait has agreed to his conditions for the treatment of Filipino workers there, the president said he is still waiting for Kuwait to guarantee that his demands will be met. Meantime, a construction company. They were working on a road project in the city of Nadran. Foreign Affairs Secretary Alan Peter Cayetano says his office is working on the return of their remains. More global stories.